I am glad to welcome everyone to the YouTube channel, Astrology of Love. Here we will analyze all aspects of astrology related to building relationships with yourself and partners. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and like it. And if someone has a desire to support the channel, a link to Boosty Analog Patreon in the description of the video. There you can also order the most detailed horoscope for you or for your loved one. That's it. We're getting started. Enjoy watching. The Sun in Virgo. You are very sophisticated, attentive to details and very demanding in nature as an earth sign. You illustrate your life philosophy with deeds. You are more a man of deeds than words. You are a pragmatist and realist, do not tend to get lost in the clouds yourself and are able to return others to the mortal earth. Your totem animal, symbolizing your nature, is a deer. It is also sleek, elegant and peaceful. When something new appears in your life or you have to change the environment itself, you have the deer on the highway in the headlights syndrome, who are not easily offended. Your priorities are health, hygiene and cleanliness in life. You practice something like Zen, focusing on the meaning of life and putting all the unimportant things aside. You simply and directly relate to life, and these qualities are appreciated in you. You are prone to perfectionism and try to do everything clearly and without mistakes. You prefer order, do not tolerate chaos, and your role seems to be to organize it. You can focus on what is important at the moment. You have a natural gift for solving problems. You know how to plan things in such a way that you can get the best results at the lowest cost. Virgo's credo: decent work is worth doing right. With constant attention to detail, your life improves every year. Sometimes you are too hard on yourself, but fruitful work quickly harmonizes you. Learn to find a balance in these states. Take time to evaluate the work done and enjoy it, and life will become more pleasant. Your life is characterized by simplicity and integrity, which inspires many people. Typical behavior and relationship needs. You're just as choosy in relationships as you are in life. You know exactly what you like and what is not, and you can focus on promising options. In a relationship, you like to feel useful. You don't want to be the center of attention, but it's important that your business is appreciated. You know how to make your own contribution to any business, and professionally tend to become irreplaceable. It is important for you to feel useful and necessary, so you often and very effectively undertake to promote weak players, preferring them to those who are already doing well. You can be very sensitive when you allow yourself to be, but more often you show your feelings in specific cases. In a relationship, you are best with someone who appreciates your extraordinary ability to be a support for your loved ones. Weak points. In the pursuit of excellence, your penchant for analysis may become redundant and grow into pickiness and criticism. You may develop analytical paralysis if you don't learn to show this quality only in situations where it is really necessary. You need to be more gentle with yourself. Give yourself something to enjoy every day to balance the self-criticism inherent in your nature. You will also benefit from spending time alone with your inner critic, especially at the end of the workday. Evaluate the past day. Analyze everything in the smallest detail, find weaknesses, growth points, and then move on. 10 minutes a day for such introspection will be enough to keep the internal sensor from buzzing in the background from morning to night. You also need to set boundaries on your to-do list. Otherwise, you'll keep finding things that still need to be done. Set realistic goals for yourself. Don't try to jump over your head, and when you've completed everything you've planned, stop and evaluate what you've done. This will help mitigate the urge to do a couple more things. You don't have any more flaws than other people, but you are certainly much more aware of them. And this often leads to a loss of confidence. You can become a victim of the belief that you need to work on yourself a little more. Push a little more and then you can start living. It's stupid to put off life and wait for this feeling to go away. That's not going to happen. This is part of the experience of all Virgo. You need to tame this feeling of uncertainty, accept it, and not expect it to ever disappear on its own, and you will find peace and balance. How to understand Virgo in connection with the influence of the Sun. Virgos love the simple joys of life and are not prone to show off. If you want to impress people of this sign, be sincere and natural. Virgo is indifferent to anything extravagant. Virgos are known for their tendency to perfectionism, appreciate details and strive to break down any whole phenomenon into its constituent elements, having thoroughly studied each one. You don't need to rush them in this case, otherwise you risk ruining everything. They will always strive to improve the existing situation. That's the way they work, but remember, this does not mean that they find fault with something, are dissatisfied with something. They just share their gift for noticing important details that might have been overlooked. Virgos are sometimes wary of new situations. It is more accurate to say that they will carefully study the situation and all possible consequences before taking action. These people will teach you patience. You, in turn, will help them if you create a comfortable and safe environment. Only in it will Virgos be able to express their emotions in their entirety. Be patient and learn to listen to them. They often express their thoughts deliberately, meticulously. Virgos will not mind if you share your problems with them. It will not weigh them down at all. Feel free to show them how important their involvement is in your life if you share only positive things with them. They may think that you don't need them, that you don't appreciate them at all. Virgos are quite closed and shy. They are much more pleasant to be in a small circle of friends than at a noisy and crowded party. In the business sphere with Virgos, you need to be well prepared. They love facts and detailed study. They rarely take on new tasks and projects without first calculating all the possible risks and benefits, but if they agree, they will do their job in the best possible way. They have a natural sophistication. Next to the Virgins, you will definitely want to straighten your collar, tuck in your shirt and leave the obscenities for another occasion and another company. Virgos will be happy to share your company if you invite them to spend time in nature. Their favorite pastime with loved ones is related to physical activity, sports activities, joint solution of some tasks, work on projects. If you want to learn more about your sign and about the sign of your loved one, you can purchase a detailed analysis of your natal chart at the link in the description. You can also find a shortened example of a detailed description at the link in the description and get acquainted with it. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel.